This is Fern at the House of Glamour today, and what we're doing today is taking this young lady and putting her hair up for an updo for her prom. So we've already started because she has a lot of heavy hair, and I thought I'd get started and get a little bit ahead of myself. So we've taken her hair and put it into 4 ponytails. She doesn't have curly hair. We actually curled it with some curling irons, but I'm going to show you how I would do this. I would take this, and we're actually following a celebrity hairstyle. She wants a little bit of bump in the top, so we're trying to give her that little bit of height, not too much. She don't want to look like she's got a mountain on her head. So, and she wants it just right about there. So what we'll do, we're going to take this this little hair elastic and bring her hair up. And a little hairspray will hold this up in place too. So you do it like this. A little hairspray will take care of the rest of what we can't do. So, see how it falls down? Just take and pull that piece up. And if your customer don't like it as high, just don't put it up there yet until after you got it all together. And then you can take and do what she wants. Because sometimes it will flat like I just did. Alright, so now I'm going to take and boost this up a little tiny bit with there. And then take that and do that. So we're going to, and we're using a little bit of hairspray, a little spritzer, just to give her that little bump. Just a little bit bump. Okay? And that's all she wants. She just wants a little mountain there. All these little flyaways, you can put a little spray on that. And then what I did so far is I took the quarter barrel curling iron and I heated it up. And I curl her hair in the way I would curl her hair, because her density is like so thick that to put one ponytail, all this will just fall down. So unless you're going through a lot of teasing, you can get away with it. But for the effect she wants, I wouldn't do it. For her to have that look she's looking for, I would do it this way. So anyway, I took the curling iron and I took her hair and I just dragged it all the way to the top, turned it under, and I brought it down because she has a lot of weight. And we just want to put some body in her hair so we can be able to move it a little easier, because her hair is pretty much poker straight. So we did that, and that's what we did throughout her whole head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting this in place, and then I'll be back in a few minutes to show you how I would create this hairstyle, cover those bands, and fix all these little parts in here. To do that, you can just pull it together, and that's not hard. You can just pull that right together just like that. Okay, so let me get started with that, and I'll finish her curling, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so now what I did, I curled her whole hair using the large curler to give her some body here. And I'm going to take some of her hair and just wrap it around these little rubber bands in here, elastics, if you want to call them that. As some people get fussy over words on YouTube, I don't know why. And we're using these open pins, this one, and we're just going to make sure it's in here to hold her hair down. Don't be afraid to use some kind of spritzer or something to hold hair in place. Now, what we're going to do next, we're taking some of this hair and we're going to just do like a light little tease right on the back of it. Right on the back. If you notice, I'm doing a light tease right on the back. See the little hair sticking up? That's a light tease, nothing too heavy. And we're going to just bring that around, actually as a base, and it covers up the rest of that. So, we're going to do that on both sides, and we're going to take that pen again, and we're going to stick it right up inside there to hold the hair right in place. And then for that side, we're doing the same thing to cover the opposite side. We're doing a light tease. You can see that, a light tease, and then smooth it on the back. Smooth it over the back, and then slightly just spread it out. You can have a lot of little flyaways, but you can fix them later. And see what I'm doing? I'm taking it and I'm wrapping it right over this other side there. If you look closely, I'm wrapping it right over the other side, just like that, just so. It actually creates a nice little hair design in the front. So we're going to smooth out some of this hair, and then I'm going to show you the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to do it all over her head, and then I'm going to come back and show you pretty much the finishing results. Because this is going to take a minute. I don't think I got that much time. So what we're going to do now is take the existing hair, Now this is the way I do this. You might have a different idea, but some girls get extensions put in. But we're not using any extensions. We're just using our own natural hair. We're going to try to create a celebrity hairstyle. So I'm taking it and I'm separating. I'm giving a light little tease to make it wide and then smooth out some of that. And don't be afraid to use any hair spritzers or anything. And then I'm going to bring this hunk of hair right up in here and just land it. Right up in there somewhere. Just land that hair right over there. And then we're going to take and pin that right in place again. Your hairpin, your little rubber bands in there, or elastics that we put in there, are actually your base to do things with. As I told you earlier, to close that up, you just take your comb and just close this up. And you might need a little hairspray or something, but that's not a big deal. It's not a big problem, but once you fix it and put it all together, you can do just like that. And then a lot of your curling that you're going to do is going to cover some of this up anyway. So you want to make sure that's in there. And now you take hair from the other side, and you do a light tease again, as you see. A light teasing. Bring it up, and then you smooth it out just a little bit, just so. I never promise nobody the exact hairstyle because everybody's head is not exact. So what we're doing here is we're just taking it, we're just going to bump this up in there somewhere, and then we're going to use another hairpin and put it right inside there. And we're going to keep doing this throughout our head. We're going to put a bunch of little, looks like partial barrel curls, but they're just big giant half circles, moons, whatever you want to call them, but they're just, it's going to be like all this all over her head. See what I'm doing? I'm separating that again, smoothing it out, and then I'm going to spread it out, and I'm going to take and put it inside there just to give her another loop. So what I'll do, I'll continue doing the rest of this. I'll get it all smoothed out, and I'll be back to show you the finishing results. Okay? Now we're back. What we did with her is we gave her the big barrel curls, as I told you. This is the end of the hairdo. We just took and twisted and twined each chunk of hair. We did a little teasing in the back, and then pinned them over and did a little doohickey there. And we put our little curls there, pinned them all up, and we inserted a tiara. We took and bumped this a little bit on the ends here to give her a little style here. And now she's ready for her prom. Okay?
She's gorgeous.
We'll see you again from the House of Glamour.